Today I want to share with you wrong advice that has caused many salespeople to quit sales. When they joined sales with good intentions, with a good heart, hoping that they will make a living out of it, but they found themselves quitting. When someone joins sales, they're excited, they're enthusiastic, and they believe that their first hits will give them a breakthrough. So it is like this. This is their expectation. So this is the expectation. They believe that the moment I'll get hold of the client and I show them my presentation and my product, they're definitely going to like it and they buy. But when they get into sales, this is what they are going to find as reality. This is what they are going to find. But most of the times, they experience a lot of this as a result of bad advice that they would have received from those that are ahead of them or those that they believe can actually guide them into the sales journey. So, wrong advice number one that they are taught is that you have to understand your prospect's needs. This is wrong advice number one, because how many prospects' needs are you going to understand? You are going to meet many prospects, and every one of them has got a different need. Each prospect has got their own peculiar needs. So if you are to go ahead and understand all of them, you are going to burn out. And also, you get to a stage where, okay, you understand your prospect's needs, but the prospect themselves do not understand their need. And because of that, they will reject your proposal or they will reject your product, and it gets to extreme frustration. You know it even yourself as a parent. You know exactly what your child needs, but your child doesn't understand what they need. So you push them to study. Study hard, my child. You have to study hard because you need some good grades. But they themselves, they don't understand it, and hence they don't study hard. So you as the parent, with a proper understanding of your child's needs, you get frustrated because they are not seeing what they need. So what should you do now as a salesperson in order for you to surmount this? You don't have to understand prospects' needs. You have to work hard to help the client understand their needs. Because if the client understands their need, it will be easy for them to see your product as the solution to their need. I remember watching Steve Jobs when he was launching the iPod. He didn't talk a lot about the iPod. He was just showing its dimensions to show the people that it's light and it's easy. And he was saying, you can put 1,000 songs into this amazing small device and I can put it in my pocket, you see. He was not talking a lot about the iPod, but he was talking about the people's need to move around with 1,000 songs in your pocket. So your main responsibility is not to understand the prospect's needs, because if you understand your prospect's needs and the prospect doesn't understand them, it will lead you to frustration. So your main responsibility is to help the client understand their need. And when they understand their need, they will see the relevance or importance of your product. Then another piece of wrong advice that we have been taught is that we have to educate our prospects about our products. That is wrong advice, because educating your prospect about your product doesn't trigger the desire to buy the product. Remember, we said that the desire to buy emanates from the desire to change. When the client's desire to change has not been triggered, they will not make the buying decision. So educating them about the product will not trigger the buying desire, but educating them about their situation is what triggers the buying desire. So if they are in a terrible situation, but they think it's a good situation for them, and you educate them about the weaknesses of the situation that they are in, or the imminent danger that's coming that's going to render them uncomfortable in their situation, when you are able to educate them about that, then you are triggering the desire to change. And through changing, they are going to buy your product. So these pieces of advice have caused many people to quit sales, because when they got in with that enthusiasm and energy, they started to study prospects' needs. And then they would go to the clients with the products that they believe will address these needs. But the clients themselves are not aware of their terrible situations or of their need. And also educating the prospects about products. Then you realize the client knows about the product, but is not seeing the product's relevance. Is also bad advice. Then advice number 3, which is also bad, is that you have to emphasize products' features and benefits. Okay? It's also wrong advice in the sense that when you emphasize on the product features, every time you talk about a feature or a benefit of a product, the client is going to say, so what? Yes, you have told me about these features, you have told me about these benefits, so what? So what you should then do is to say, okay, how are these benefits and features going to address a problem that the client currently has? All right? Because every time you speak about a product, you should understand that the client, back in their mind, they are saying, so what? So in order for you to respond to the so what, you should then be able to say, because of these features and these benefits, you are going to move from point A to point B. You are going to move from this problem to this better scenario. Or you are going to address this situation, or these features and benefits are going to give you this pleasure. So you should then be able to say, because of these features and benefits, your situation is going to change in this manner. But this is a situation that they've already seen and detested. They don't want to remain in that situation. Then you can tell them these features and benefits are going to help you move from this undesirable situation to this better situation. When you do that, you are now selling. But if you just stick to the emphasis of features and benefits, the question that will linger in the prospect's mind is, so what? So your responsibility is to answer the so what question of the prospect. Show them how your product can be able to take them from where they are and put them in that place where they desire to be. If you do that, you would have done your excellent sales job. I hope this helps you to enhance your sales. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, I would encourage you to do so and turn on the notification bell so that every time we upload these educational videos, the YouTube algorithm will notify you and you always get this sort of help.